Hey, it's Brian and Zach at PAX, that rhymed, and you just played Skyrim on Switch.
I did, yes I did. Man, I'll tell you what, Brian, that certainly is Skyrim on the Switch.
Skyrim is on Switch now, and you can play Skyrim on Switch.
So, I don't know, I kind of sound like I'm being reductive, and
Yeah.
I apologize, but I think that the thing about Skyrim on Switch is that it is so mind-blowing that it's frickin' Skyrim on Switch.
Yep.
I couldn't really get a feel for whether or not this is the up-resed port, that the remaster that came out last year, or if this is the original Skyrim that I'm looking at. Doesn't matter. It looks fantastic. It plays fantastic. It runs really smoothly, and I honestly, I walked away with it feeling like maybe even the load times are faster than we previously remember them.
It felt like it, yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, that's the whole thing, right? You totally nailed it. Like, it's about walking into that world and just making a mess. Like,
Yeah.
and that's what you did today. You went out, you like lit some foxes on fire. You,
Yes.
Fought this woman that lived by the sea.
She told me she was just an old lady, but then she definitely was a sorceress.
Like, seriously, for like the uninitiated, like Skyrim is the biggest game on Switch other than Breath of the Wild. So like, it's a fantastic game to play for the first time if you've never played it before. There's some cool new stuff in it, but also like if you played Skyrim before, like I think it's totally worth playing again. You get to play on TV and in handheld mode.
Yeah,
Did
and
you
it
notice
looks-
any sort of like differences between the two?
Not in the way that the game runs, but it does look phenomenal on the Switch's screen. It looks really, really sharp, really pretty. And I gotta say that I think that just the ability to take Skyrim with you, the idea of having this entire sprawling world in the same way like Breath of the Wild or even Xenoblade Chronicles 2 or something like that, like these massive open world games basically in your pocket is something that is, the novelty just hasn't worn off for me. Like, it is mind-blowing that they can cram so much information in such a huge kingdom onto a cart and deliver a high-performing, really fun to play experience. I think it's kind of phenomenal. So.
Yeah, it's really incredible. This is where we are with video games right now.
Yeah.
You got to try out some of the like kind of Switch exclusive stuff, which is the motion controls.
Yeah,
Not
I
a fan?
did. No, the motion controls aren't great, which is sort of a bummer. You have a light flick will do like a light hit, and like a strong flick of the wrist will do like a stronger attack.
Did it feel like Twilight Princess when the Wii launched?
Kind of along those lines.
What
yeah.
about aiming with the bow motion
That's
controls?
really good.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a lot of that motion control kind of stuff before, and that's all silky smooth. Like, that works totally fine. It just feels like the motion controls themselves, the way that you melee, feels a little tacked on. So.
Interesting. And you got to try some Amiibo stuff, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Which didn't really work out too great for us.
No, I got a bunch of like apples and carrots. I mean, I didn't get anything.
So the Amiibo
super
stuff
cool.
kind of worked like the way it does in Breath of the Wild, where you pulled up like sort of a magic spell.
Yeah,
that just
instead
had
of
the Amiibo
instead of
logo.
your dragon shout, you basically like pick a spot on the ground, and then when you scan an Amiibo, a chest falls from the sky.
Yeah.
And you get the classic Zelda theme, da 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 da.
Which is like,
yeah.
that one. Da 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 da.
Yeah. Just in case you were wondering what that theme was.
I think your notes are a little off there, but no. So the chest lands, you open it up, and what did you get? You get like apples and carrots. And
Yeah, I
gold?
got some gauntlets. I got
was
like
really
one axe or something.
I was hoping you'd get like part of Link's like tunic or something like that.
Well,
but
the reps at Nintendo did tell us that there is a high chance that stuff drops. I just was unlucky today.
Yeah,
so,
I think you might get it piece by piece too. It seems like.
maybe so.
Maybe you'll get his gloves. Maybe you'll get his boots.
Yeah.
His little hat.
Who knows?
All those wonderful things. With that Skyrim on Switch, we got to play it. We're going to play plenty more. I think we're both going to just put a bunch of time into this game again.
Absolutely.
Like,
yeah.
That's really cool to hear.
Definitely.
For more PAX right here for IGN, I'm Brian. That's Zach. Stick around.